Bird Box Barcelona is out.
Barcelona.
The spin-off to what I consider the biggest Netflix movie, Bird Box. Like, I remember when we covered that. Anybody who
Yeah.
covered that movie back in the day got
Can I
numbers
ask you a
with that.
question about that? Because,
What's
like,
up?
I agree with you. That was a huge,
No, it's
huge
massive.
movie in the moment. I kind of feel like that movie has sort of disappeared from, like, the culture in a little bit. Like, it was the biggest movie for months, and I
was
never
massive.
see anybody discuss it anymore.
You know what? It's like Avatar, Zach. You know, when people ask, where is that in the
No
culture?
cultural footprint.
But it's in the DNA somehow, just in the background. We never forget about it. I do feel that's what the first Bird Box was. And
Yeah.
I don't love that movie, but like it hit at the right time. It was right before a pandemic as well. And I think it's what they've kind of modeled everything afterwards, especially here because the spinoff now is that people are still covering their eyes so they can't see this monster that kind of makes you take yourself out. But they're expanding it so that it's in other places. I don't think the cast is as strong. It's not a bad cast because you have Mario Casas, who has been in several Netflix movies. The one I would recommend the most is The Invisible Guest. I don't even know if it's on there anymore. Very good actor. On top of that, Georgina Campbell, who a lot of people loved in Barbarian. She's also in the the Black Mirror episode's on here. Hang the DJ. So she's been in the Netflix circle. Dude, they got your boy from Babylon in here as well. So it is a stacked cast through and through. And somehow the crew that had Machine Gun Kelly, I think, was a better ensemble. The story here is kind of goofy because now it's sort of a group where you have somebody who worships these aliens, demons, monsters, angels, whatever they want to call them. And, there's some decent turns that the story takes. But I don't think it justifies its making, I guess. The first one had a lot of elements thematically that I thought were done pretty well, specifically because you had a really great performance from your girl, Sandra Bullock, about parenting and it kind of being a leap of faith. Here it's this idea of, like, when do you go through so much trauma that ends up becoming something that blinds you? And, I don't hate this take on the movie, on this expansion of it. It just kind of feels like one of many to come. They're going to do like a Hogwarts thing where they're going to take it, just all across the globe. And the only thing, especially recently, that has me in the back of my mind going like, damn, so y'all ain't got to deal with the guilds. And
Yeah, watch for that new season of Squid Game. Going to be a savior for Netflix.
Honestly, right? Because now they're going to be able to avoid a bunch of that stuff. That's how I see them taking it in the future. They do a mix of Spanish, English, and even some German in here. So they're just testing out their international markets. It's fine. I don't think you're missing too much if you don't see it. But it does come from a duo of directors who have made what I consider not that much better, but a little better pandemic movies, if you want to call it that. Virus movies. Post-apocalyptic movies. I don't know if you remember Carriers. This one had Chris Pine, and it was them trying to survive.
I don't think I ever watched this one.
Oh, bro, it's an old classic. This would probably play on TNT if that was still around in that capacity. But yeah, they're good in creating that environment, but I did not really fall for the characters as much as I barely fell for them in the first one. So Bird Box Barcelona is out.